Hey everybody, it's James with Rowe-Thrush. Welcome to Rowe-Thrush Livestream interviews. Today we will be interviewing Kevin with Glen Dimplex and getting into the world of electric heaters. But before we do, wanted to talk a little bit about who Rowe-Thrush is in case you're new to the show. Rowe-Thrush is a manufacturer rep agency that represents just over 60 different brands into Granger, ranging from lighting and electrical, material handling, hand tools, pneumatics, safety and security, plumbing, and heating and air conditioning. We're a little different from most rep agencies where we specialize in working with the Granger sales force as well as Granger corporate, and we focus solely on Granger. We have a lot of great resources available to the Granger sales force, like these live stream interviews, but also the Rowe-Thrush SharePoint site that contains our entire library of Grangerized literature available for account managers to be able to view and download those files, Rowe-Thrush videos, and much, much more. We also jump on district team calls with Granger teams regularly, as well as working the Granger trade show. And with that, I would like to welcome Kevin to the show. Welcome, Kevin.
Hey, James. How's it going today?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Doing good.
Happy Friday.
Yeah. Happy Friday. How is, since we're going to get into the world of electric heat, how is the weather where you are?
It changes every hour, so I couldn't quite tell you. Right now, it's pretty rainy and pretty windy, but 20 minutes ago, I was able to walk my dog in 60-degree weather.
Oh, wow. That's nice. Yeah, we had some nice weather last week. It was like in the 50s. We're located in Illinois, and here this week it's dropped down into the 20s, so it's gotten really cold. And I was like, this is a perfect time to talk about electric heaters. So before we get into Glen Dimplex and all, first let's learn a little bit more about you. Tell us about yourself. How long have you been with Dimplex? What is it that you do there? And what did you do before you came to Dimplex?
Of course, yeah. So first of all, my name's Kevin Avagin. Don't try to pronounce the last name. No one ever succeeds. I've been with Glen Dimplex Americas since October of 2018. I started off as a sales development rep, and now I'm currently working as a strategic account manager for Granger, Zorro, and any other Granger company. Before working here, I worked for a telecommunications company called Tex Now, where I was head of business development. I'm originally from Southern California, but recently I moved out to Nashville, Tennessee.
Great. In Nashville, Tennessee, a great area. Love visiting there. I've visited there many times growing up. Just fantastic area. So,
it's great. It's really just a 2-hour flight to anywhere you want to go.
Yeah, you got great location there, and you got beautiful views too of the Appalachian Mountains and everything. So. So one other question that I want to ask you, and this is a question that I ask everybody that comes on, and that is, what is your favorite movie and why? But I'm going to do a little different, and I did it differently last time we did an interview with Russell of X-Tech, and that is, what is your favorite holiday movie, since the holidays are right around the corner?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Christmas Story. I mean, just right off the top of my head, that's the movie I've been watching on repeat every single Christmas with my family since I was, before I could even remember. So it's just a special tradition that I have in my family that I continue to do every single year.
Yeah, we do that as well. We already got our fix of Ralphie and the antics of the family and everything. We did that a while ago, and actually, interesting story. My wife, before I met her, when she got her dog, she named him Ralphie, based off of the character of the movie. There's no resemblance, but that was why she picked the name. Was she just loves the movie so much.
Very nice. Are any of the kids getting any pellet guns for Christmas this year?
No, they are not. I do have a pellet rifle that I've had since I was a teenager, and I've been wanting to, get my son into that. He's in Cub Scouts and everything, and eventually he'll get into shooting pellet guns through Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts. So I've been wanting to do it, but I just haven't gotten around to it just yet. So, but also teach him safety.
Yeah.
So.
Hopefully when he does, he doesn't shoot his eye out.
Yes, hopefully. So, and actually, just a little bit more about that. We did watch the sequel to the Christmas Story, and it wasn't too bad, I'd have to say. I don't know. Have you seen that one at all?
I have not. I've been told to stay clear, so I've been listening to my peers, but maybe I'll have to give it a shot.
Yeah, it definitely is nothing like the original, completely different cast and everything, but the people, the actors and actresses are playing the same roles as the people from the first one. It's just Ralphie's a teenager. He's turning 16 soon, and it's all about him getting a car. And it's pretty good, but it's nothing like the original. So anyway, getting into it, tell us a little bit about Glen Dimplex. What is it that they manufacture, and tell us a little bit about the history of Glen Dimplex.
So Glen Dimplex Americas specializes in electric heat, fireplaces, and outdoor heating as well. So Glen Dimplex Americas started back in 2018 of April when Glen Dimplex North America and Cadet merged together and became Glen Dimplex Americas. So we are actually headquartered in Cambridge, Ontario, and have distribution centers in Cambridge, Indianapolis, and Vancouver, Washington. Not only that, we actually have a manufacturing plant in Vancouver, Washington as well, where we specialize in manufacturing our baseboard heaters and our fan force heaters.
Excellent. So when it comes to Glen Dimplex and the products that you provide, what Grainger customers would typically buy your products?
Yeah, so like looking at the segments, we really have a fit almost everywhere. But if I was to choose one or two of the main ones that we would fit in, I would say property management as well as multifamily and hospitality. Going a little bit deeper in that, our Cadet brand itself focuses more on residential heat, and it could be anywhere in multifamily, complete housing, as well as office buildings. Our Dimplex side focuses more on industrial, commercial, and fireplace heat, which would be definitely better in the residential areas as well as some of those bigger properties that you're dealing with.
Great, thank you for explaining all of that, and also a quick note to our viewers. If you're today to go on to Grainger.com and type in Dimplex and search by brand, you'll only see 2 to 3 items on there. And that's because with that acquisition of Cadet, we're working on getting the Grainger supplier agreement letters and all that all under one brand. So going forward, you'll later on see more and more Dimplex items as we add more items into the offering with Grainger. So, but rest assured, you could still get any of our great products through Grainger sourcing if you have customers that have any needs for any items that are not currently on Grainger.com.
Absolutely correct. That's a great pointing that out, James.
Now, when it comes to Grainger customer issues, what kind of solutions can Glen Dimplex products provide? That would be, like safety, sustainability, things like that.
Of course, and I do feel like we touch a little bit of all of those, but if I was to narrow it down to the top 3, I would say it's cost savings, sustainability, as well as a little bit of safety in some of our products I'll go into a little bit later. But when it comes to cost savings, I mean, just looking at natural oil and gas heating, it's a lot more costly in a lot of areas to heat with those comparatively to electric heat, as well as what we specialize in is zonal heating. So whether it be for individual units or complementary heating as a whole, we specialize in areas where we could really knock down where we're heating and be as efficient as possible. In terms of safeties, like I said, we'll go into that a little bit later when we're talking about the products itself.
Okay, great. So this first item that we have up here is residential baseboard heaters, and we have a couple of Grainger SKUs called out here. These are some of our top selling SKUs through Grainger, through the Cadet line. Would you care to talk about these?
Absolutely, yeah. So our residential baseboards, or our F series that we like to call it, is the standard American size baseboard. So we offer it in 120, 208, and 240. And the more wattages you go up, the longer the board gets. So when I talk about like the American standard, for every 250 watts that you add, you're going to go up 1 foot. With ours, it comes in almond and white, and we actually have a lifetime warranty on these, and they're made in the United States.
Excellent. Next slide, please.
So this is our fan force offering, or our compact family, like we like to call it. So these are very efficient heaters that, instead of using that baseboard look, you could actually get the same wattage in a lot smaller size. So if you're thinking about an apartment complex in a building that you have, what, 3 10-by-10 rooms, instead of taking up 3 feet for, or 4 feet for a 1,000-foot baseboard, all you need is one of these, and you'll be able to get the same wattages as you get with a baseboard.
About how big are some of these, like the compact and the compact bath? About how big are those?
So these are around, I would say, 8 inches is the best measurement of that. That way, it's just a lot smaller for everything to go around. And the compact twin itself is essentially just 2 of our compacts put together. So you just double it.
Okay, yeah, that is very tiny there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, next slide.
So yeah, to talk about our compact family itself. So we have the smallest footprint in the industry when it comes to fan force heating. And with that as well, the big thing I like to look at is square footage in an actual room itself. So like I said, with those longer boards, even just the length, you have to think about how close you can put your furniture when you're putting together a baseboard. You have to get a certain distance out. So you're really shrinking your room when you put in a baseboard heat. With fan force heat, you don't have that problem. You could actually, well, you still have to keep it a distance away, but it's just in a lot smaller area. So you get a lot more room to work with square footage.
Great, good to hear. Okay, here we go.
Perfect. Yeah. So our compact thing, another great thing about our compact is, in our compact family, you actually get to use the same heating box for every single compact you have. And this goes great into the construction area. A lot of heaters you have to buy as a complete unit. So when you put it in during the construction, if you're not at the final stages of construction, the heater could get damaged or could get a bunch of soot in it while you're still putting together the property. With this, you could actually buy the box, heating unit, and grill completely separate. So you could put in the box in at first. Once you're done with that, you could actually put in the heat whenever it's accessible, and the grill at the same time. And this way, it causes a lot of people, it takes away a lot of their headaches. So you don't have to worry about damaged and returns. They could do it at their pace and make sure everything runs as smoothly as possible.
That's a great feature right there. That'll help out with productivity too, because you won't have to worry about the items, like you said, getting damaged or getting dirty or anything like that, and then delaying the rest of the construction or rebuild, whatever is going on at the time.
Absolutely correct too. And then you have to think about replacement products. So with our cans fitting for every single one of our items, in 25 years, when you need to replace it, you don't have to replace the whole unit. You could actually just replace the heating element. And with that, you're going to be able to keep it and not have to do any new construction.
Yeah, that's great. Next slide.
Yeah, so talking about the compact unit itself. So this is actually our most talked about, most bought product that we have in our offering. People like it because it's easy. It has multiple wattage and voltages on there. And it provides, like I said earlier, it provides the same wattages as baseboards do, just in a lot smaller box. Something unique about like the safety product of our compact heaters too is that we have a high temperature shutoff system in the heating element itself. A lot of our competitors actually do it at the box, but with us, we do it in the heating element. So if it gets to 145 degrees in that heating element, will actually shut off the power to the unit. That way we could avoid any amount of possibilities of problems that could be made there.
Okay, that's a great feature to have, a safety feature to have there.
Yeah, and then just going back to the segments, I mean, these are perfect for multifamily apartments, for barracks in the military, for any secondary heat that you want to do. So if you have a big room with an entire unit heating system, if you have a little corner that doesn't get any heat, you could actually put one of these heater there, and it's going to not only save you money on your heating bill, but it's going to make sure your whole room is hot.
Yeah, we could probably use a couple of those in our office. Actually, there's a couple areas that get a little cold, because the thermostats are far away. So,
of course, yeah, that goes all back to that zonal heating that I talked about earlier. So, whenever you have one of those complete building heating units, it's heating the whole building. So, if your thermostat is on one side of the room, if that side's at 7 degrees, it's going to stop heating. Or if that's the farthest away from the heating unit, it's going to continue heating the entire time because it's never going to get to that 7 degrees. So you might, at the thermostat, you might be feeling like it's 60 degrees there, but it's 90 degrees in the other corner.
Yeah, great point. Next slide, please.
So this is an item that I'm really excited to talk about. It's our Energy Plus heater. Like I said, it has the same back as our compact does. But what's special about this is it comes with a digital set on there. So with the digital stat, I don't know if you know this, but the big difference between digital and bimetal stats is the variance of degrees of temperature. So when you're talking about one of those bimetal stats, the second you put it in, there's going to be a variance of plus or minus 4 degrees. So when it shows that it's 71 degrees, it can be anywhere from like 67 to 75 degrees. So it's really an energy waster if you think about it. With this, it has a plus minus of 1 variance. So if you're putting it on 71, the furthest is going to be down to 70, furthest will be up to 72. And then as the years go on, unlike bimetal stats, this stays the same. So by year 5 of a bimetal stat, you could have anywhere from 8 to 9 degree variance. With this, it's going to be plus or minus 1.
Wow. Yeah, wow. I did not know that. And that's a great sustainability feature there. All of your electric heaters have a sustainability or energy savings feature to them, but this one sounds like it's that, and then some. So if Grainger customers have a need for heat and they're really looking to cut down on their energy consumption, this would definitely be a product to check out.
Yeah, not only that though, we actually have a night and away setting where you could adjust your temperature so it's not running at that 72 degrees at all times. You could lower it at night, or you could lower it when you're away, so you're not running that energy bill up. And it also has a tamper-proof setting. I know that you have kids running around in your place. Kids like to press buttons. With the tamper-proof setting, if you set it at 71, you're not going to be able to change that.
Yeah, a while ago, I had to talk with my kids because our thermostat was turned up to 74 or 75 degrees, and I was really upset because I found that out like when I was going to bed, and it was super hot. I was like, why is it so hot? And I went and checked, and sure enough, somebody turned it up. I asked my wife if she did it. She said no. So I automatically blamed the kids and talked to the kids about it the next day, and they said, we didn't do it. And I was like, okay, so it was your mom. she was the one lying to me.
Exactly. Or it was the dog. Who knows?
Yeah. All right. Next slide, please. So hydronic.
So this is one of the items that we are actually introducing in the near future to Grainger. It's not currently on their website, but our hydronic baseboard is one of our safest baseboard that we have. So the way it works is it uses a hydronic fluid that is not only energy saving, but it actually lowers the surface temperature on the unit itself. So what that means is if you have a bunch of kids running around, or if you're in charge of a retirement community, if they're touching their hands or their feet on the thermostat, it's a lot safer than it would be with a regular baseboard because of that hydronic fluid.
Okay. That's great. And you said it's currently not available, but we're working on adding that in. So if you have any customers that would be interested in this type of a system, you would have to go through Grainger sourcing at this current moment here, December 2021. But after that, we may have these available through Grainger Redbook. So keep an eye out for them there. Now, when putting your Grainger hat on, let's say you're a Grainger account manager and you're walking into a customer facility, what should you be looking for at the customer facility, and who should you be talking to about electric heat?
Yeah, so when you're looking for stuff, I always like to say it's not only a look, but it's a feel thing. So when you're walking around a building, if you're feeling some cold pockets in a facility, we're perfect for that, going with that complementary heat. If you notice that there are thermostats and the thermostats are bimetal and they might want to switch to digital, perfect for that area as well as any area that has a bunch of smaller rooms or rooms that don't have any heat at the moment. Those are all great things. And then when you're talking about the questions they should be, or the people that they should be talking to, I mean, facility manager, maintenance manager are always great people to have conversations with, as well as project managers for upcoming projects where the building's not quite built yet. Those are all great people to start those conversations with.
And when you're having those conversations, what types of questions should you be asking? Should a Grainger account manager, I should say, be asking?
Yeah, so first question I always start with is, when it comes to their heating and cooling, are they going to be using gas or electric? From there, I'd go ask if they're using a baseboard, and if so, why? Not that many people actually know about the fan force heating as well, or aren't up to date on the benefits of using that. That's a great opportunity to get someone a more efficient and higher quality heating product.
Great. And we jumped forward a little too soon because my next question was going to be, do you have any new products available?
Of course, yeah. So other than
or that you want to talk about, I'm sorry, not available, but that you want to talk about.
Yeah, so these are also being introduced onto Grainger. This is our infrared heating systems. So we have a direct and indirect heating. Essentially what that means is with the direct, or our DIR series, is you're going to get that heating directly on you, and it's going to be a little bit stronger than the indirect heating. For those who don't know, the difference between infrared and fan force heating is infrared heating heats the bodies in there and not the area itself. So it's a lot more similar to that heat you feel on a sunny day. You feel it radiating on your skin a little bit more, and it actually gives you a little more comfort than a fan force would. So what's unique about our infrared heating is that we are actually rated IP65, which means that we're both water and rust resistant. So you could have it out without an awning. It could get rained on, and you're not going to have to get a new unit.
That's a great feature right there, the IP65 rating. You see a lot of these heaters, these outdoor heaters, they do rust out, and then you have to replace it. So it sounds like these will last a lot longer than most brands out there.
Absolutely. And then you have to think about the big elephant in the room for the last 2 years. Outdoor eating and outdoor living is becoming a lot more common. And if you're thinking about it in a restaurant perspective, you have this outdoor seating area that if you're in a colder area for 4 months, you're not going to be able to use that. What this infrared heating does is gives you an extended amount of time to eat out there. So you could continue your business while during the cold months. And it's just more chairs after the elephant's gone that you have during the winter seasons where you could actually make more money.
Yeah, certainly seen a huge uptick in restaurants having the outdoor tents and whatnot, outdoor seating areas being built. Little taco shop just down the street here. They took up part of their parking lot and actually had landscapers put up a really nice, brick wall and everything, like a little patio area for outdoor eating. You're seeing it everywhere.
Yeah, not only in restaurants too, but like schools and dormitories and those common areas where people like to hang out. You could actually have them continue to hang out with these heaters.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. And I think there's one more heater that
Yeah,
you wanted
so
to talk about.
absolutely. Yeah, this is our indirect infrared heating. So the difference between this is that light that you saw, instead of going directly on you, it actually reflects off you. So it works a lot better in dimmer settings. Great thing about this too is all the accessories it has. So this one comes like that, but you could also buy an additional bracket or pole so you could put it in more ideal places in open areas where you might not have a wall or a ceiling. These are a lot more compact units as well. And with the brackets themselves, you could actually put them back to cover more surface area.
That's good to hear. Yeah.
Okay.
So in the middle of one of those tents or something like that, to be
Exactly.
able
Yeah.
to cover the whole area, the whole seating area.
Yeah, and just like our DIR series, our DSH series is also IP65 rated, so you're getting that same high quality and protection of rain and rust with these as well.
Excellent. Now, one topic that Granger account managers ask me a lot of times when it comes to a lot of our suppliers is, do you have any documented value? Meaning, over X amount of time, can our customer expect some savings, some energy savings, or productivity, savings? Do we have anything like that we can talk about?
Well, I mean, just going back to that Energy Plus with that digital stat, that is a big cost saving analysis right there, as well as just switching over to that fan force compared to the compact heating. And then if you think about it as a complementary heating source, it's going to save you more money than having your heater run all day if you pick out those zones where you might not be getting heat currently. That way, you're not running your heating all day.
Well, let me rephrase the question. Is there a general dollar amount that can be saved over X amount of time? Is there an ROI or any sort of basic numbers that you could provide to the audience?
And we do have that. I'm not our product specialist, but that was something I was going to get to later. We actually have a heat loss calculator, and we have specialists that actually handle that to make sure that they get you more precise numbers on it.
Okay, that's great resource that's available, and like Kevin said, we'll provide that information here at the end of the interview here. To all of the viewers here, please drop into the comments section any questions that you guys may have for Kevin and myself. Also, if you've ever sold any Cadet or Dimplex items, please drop it in the chat. We'd love to hear that, hear where you're located, and what customers you call on as well. So with that, do you have any sort of online training or additional resources available?
So at the time, we don't have any webinars planned, but like I said earlier, we actually have a product specialist for both our heating and our flame product. So on that contact information I give you guys at the end, all you have to do is contact them, tell them you're interested in some personalized training, and our guys will be able to cater to you guys and make sure that the training's 100% correct for you.
Okay. And still waiting to see if any questions come in. But while we wait for that, just want to take a quick moment here to thank all of our viewers that have watched our past live streams as well as our future ones. You may have noticed yesterday I did launch a short little video that we made up here announcing that come next year, we will be doing weekly live stream interviews instead of the bi-weekly live streams that we're currently doing. So we're going to take a little break. This is our last live stream of the year, and we will take a break until I think our next live stream will be January 7th, where we will be interviewing van air systems and talking about pneumatic air systems and dryers for those types of systems. But that one will be our first one of next year. And, after that, we will be doing them every week. So be on the lookout for them to get more information about our suppliers to be able to help your customers out. With that, I'm not seeing any questions coming in at all. So with that, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap things up. Want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you, Kevin, for joining us here today. Had a great time learning more about electric heat. Wish everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Hope you all have a great time and stay safe, everyone. Thanks, Kevin.
Hey, James, thanks for having me. You have a great rest of your new year.
You as well. Thank you.
Thank you.